to Refuse to Lose. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm your host today. Today we're going to talk about the NFL. That crazy ending to Week 18. That crazy, not ending to week. It was a crazy ending in Week 18, but the crazy ending of the NFL, which is called Week 18. First ever Week 18 we ever had in NFL. Let's start off with the choke job of the year, which are the Indianapolis Colts. Well, I should not say Indianapolis Colts. The choke job of the year, which is Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz folded like a cheap tent. Carson Wentz was terrible yesterday. Well, I say today because I am recording this the same day, but it is after midnight, so we are talking about yesterday. Carson Wentz was terrible week 18, y'all. He was. I picked the Colts to make the playoffs. He disappointed me. This guy, I actually picked the Colts to win the division. He already disappointed me by losing to the Titans twice. That was bad. And one time you lost to them without Derrick Henry and Tannehill got hurt during the game. I mean, and you lost because you turned the ball over. You lost to the Bucks. You turned the ball over. And then I'm watching this game, 3 drives in a row. 3 against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are fighting to not have the number 1 pick, because these NFL players don't care about that draft pick. They're trying to win. They are actually fighting to not have the number 1 pick. And you fumble, come out next drive. You throw an interception, come out next play, you throw another interception. And y'all in the deep hole, it's over after that. So the Colts choke, they're out. And by the way, Tennessee won 8 games. Tennessee, Mike Vrabel should be the NFL head coach of the year. He should be the coach of the year because he did a great job this year. All right, so enough with the Colts. Now, the next game I want to talk about is the 49ers and the Rams, y'all. The 49ers and the Rams. So, look, we did a weekend special. I talked about Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance. Who should we start? I said, hey, they should start Jimmy G. And Jimmy G, he did those 2 picks. He did it, but Jimmy G was clutch in the 4th quarter, y'all. He was clutch in the 4th quarter. And Deebo Samuels is I tweeted this. Deebo Samuels is a Derrick Henry for the 49ers. He's unstoppable. The man threw a touchdown. He ran a touchdown, and he basically almost caught a touchdown, but Jimmy Garoppolo put a little bit too high on that last drive when they scored. But the 49ers, man, they out-muscled. Like on a weekend special, I also mentioned that they are the tougher team. They just manhandled the Rams. Matthew Stafford, crazy. I mean, OB on that last pass, we threw the interception and closed the game out. OBJ was wide open. I mean, that was a touchdown. OBJ actually won that route. He won it. He burnt the guy who was checking him. And Matthew Stafford, like, crazy. Like I would say, that was a bad pass. He definitely underthrew that pass. So Matthew Stafford, man, in these last few games, the last stretch of the season, you guys did win some games, but you've been terrible, man. You've been terrible, and then you got to turn around and play the Cardinals. I know the Cardinals has not been good, but it's still the Cardinals, man. The Cardinals are still lethal. They still got Kyler Murray, so good job, 49ers. I had the 49ers actually finishing winning the division, but, they had injuries starting out the season, and they made it to the playoffs, y'all. They made it to the playoffs as a 6th seed, and they are a wild card, and they will play the Cowboys. So good job for the 49ers. Now, this next game I want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I won't even talk about the game, but great job of Pittsburgh for winning that game. I know Lamar Jackson been out, I believe, the last 3 games. Huntley, he played okay, but he missed. He had a few throws that he missed. But Vincent's Big Ben, he was clutch in overtime, got them a W. But the game that affected Pittsburgh, let's talk about that Chargers and Raiders game. All year, Justin Herbert has been like this to me. All right. When they lost, a few times they lost, it's been Justin Herbert's fault. And then Justin Herbert has some great games. I said early in the season, people like Joe Burrow was better than Justin Herbert. People like Derek. I said, Derek, I'll take Derek Carr right now versus Justin Herbert. But Justin Herbert did his thing yesterday on week 18. He did his thing, man. Justin Herbert did his thing. This guy was clutch. even though he was part of the reason that put them in that situation and the coach, but he was clutch. For some reason, they kept putting themselves in these 3rd and longs and these 4th and longs, and Justin Herbert, he kept converting. He kept converting, you know? So he played well, but the coach, man, I think the coach held him back. First of all, he went forward on 4th and 1, their own territory. Now, when I say own territory, I think they were like on the 20, around the 20-yard line. He went forward, they got the Raiders a field goal. He also went for 2 when he should have went for 1, but he's lucky, he's blessed that Justin Herbert made a play and threw it to his 5th read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Justin Herbert made that. He made that happen. What I think this coach is Coach Rice. I think his name is Stanley. Coach Stanley, right? He's spoiled. He has Justin Herbert. He has a tremendous talent. We know that. And he's spoiled. He thinks that he can make it up. And you think about it, that actually caused them to make the playoff because he was that aggressive also against the Chiefs. If he was not, the Chargers played well against the Chiefs. They should have won that game, but the coach is being too aggressive. And then you get to the end of the game, the Raiders are clearly trying to burn the clock out. And what you do, you call a timeout, and what the Raiders do, they say, you know what, we're going to try to get this first down. Guess what? They got the first down. Like, come on, man. Just take the time. But instead, he wants to gamble and try to win the actual game when knowingly, if they tie, you're still making the playoffs. You didn't burn none of your timeouts when they were driving the ball field and it's running the clock down. You didn't burn none of your timeouts, and you decided to burn the timeout. The Raiders changed their mind. Like, come on. I'm thinking you called timeout because you didn't like the formation they were in. If that was the case, that's still bad coach. That you still weren't prepared. Not saying you're a bad coach, but he's his first year coach. He's going to learn, of course. Of course, sometimes you be aggressive. It's gonna look good when they actually achieve it, but most of the time you got to be smart, because at the end of the day, you don't want your team to be saying, "Wow, we should have never did that. We would have won." If it's for the game, I get it, but to make the playoffs, come on, dude. Why call the timeout? But the Raiders played good. Derek Carr played good. Derek Carr, man, and just heard that was a good battle. That 4th quarter was amazing. It was very entertaining. So we go into the wild card weekend. We got some great matchups coming up. I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to talk about the wild card. We're going to really talk about the wild card this Thursday. This Thursday, we're doing a weekend special. It's going to be live, so make sure you guys tune into that. But that's what I have for you guys today for the NFL, and I'll see y'all next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. We really appreciate that. If you are listening to this on you or watching this on YouTube, we would like for you to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, etc., we would like for you to follow us on those platforms. Also, hit the notification button so you can be notified when we're out. And last but not least, no matter what platform you're listening to or you're watching it on, share it with someone you know, and they could be part of the movement also. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.